All right, guys, so right now, actually, we are on the way. I was waiting for my wife to get home. We are on the way to pick up the Jordan 11s from the store. So stay tuned and watch the rest of this video because I'm going to actually, when I come back home, do an unboxing, and I'm going to compare all the Jordan 11s that I have, or the iconic Jordan 11s that I have at this point. So November 8th is finally here. Jordan release date, Jordan 11s are out. So we are on our way to the mall to pick up the Jordans I won, or the raffle that I won. We are at the mall now. Let's see if there's a big line. Shouldn't matter. There's a family. There's Gabriel. I've seen him before. The wife back there. Say hi. So we'll see if there's a big line in the mall right now. Decided to wear the Jordan 72 and 10. Jordan 11, 72 and 10 today. Special occasion. Every December. There's always a set of 11s, except for the did not like the Gammas whatsoever, so only pair I missed in December. Other than that, I've had every other one. So even with the raffle tickets, there's still a line. If you don't have a raffle ticket, you can't even get the shoe right now. So we'll just stand here and wait. Champs doesn't seem like it's got anything going on down there, but this is what mines are at, so.
For the picture. In the background now.
Alright, just picked them up right now. It took about a half an hour to an hour to get them, but I got them. I'm gonna unbox them when I get home. Hey guys, what's going on? So now we're back home. I already took the Jordan, of course, out the box, and fortunately I did that before you guys were able to see. Of course, not much to it in the box, honestly. They went back to the original box that came out in '96 when they first debuted the Jordans. This was the original box. I remember that because I used to work at Finish Line. And I remember this box, so I'm actually kind of, some nostalgia there, just because of the box. There's nothing special in the box, of course. The Nike branding at the bottom of the box, like always. But yeah, here are the Jordans, Concord 11s with the 45 on the back. And what you have in front of me, actually, what I have in front of me here is actually the the two latest pairs, of course. The Space Jam 11s, again with the 45 on the back. Big difference is that this 45 is stitched on there, which I actually enjoy or like. And this is not stitched on there. But I believe this is how it originally came out back in '96 when Jordan wore this shoe. Now, the other shoes that I have, and I am going to compare them to before we talk more about these are the Jordan, the 2000s release. So you had them, they came out in 96 season is when they originally were released. Now, don't mind the laces. This was me, of course, when I was in my younger years. Again, this shoe is almost, if you think about this shoe coming out in 2000, it's about almost 19 years old. Both these shoes right here. I don't have the original. I did have the original when I was a kid. I was in high school and I had the original Jordans, but I don't have those anymore because I played basketball in them and completely wore them out. These I decided to stick around, but they are coming apart. But the original, or the first re-release of the Jordan, or retro of the Jordan in 2000, I mean, this is pretty much, you could tell how that bottom turns there. But again, this still had the Jordan facing the right way, just like these shoes do. The Jordan still faces the right way, just like the originals did. When I believe they released them in 2005, I think they had the DMP pack, and I think they released them back in 2008 or so, or 2011. I forget when the other release was. I never got those shoes. I felt like they made them a lot cheaper compared to these. Now this one, they kind of go back a little bit to the high, cut patent leather on it. Just kind of like, if you look at it, almost very resembling just the older shoes. The Jordan, again, it's facing the right way, just like they did when it came out in back in 96 and 2000. They still had a good quality. The actual herringbone, the flight plate, not the herringbone, but the flight plate, carbon fiber was good, just as this one is. I think it's pretty good. A lot of people are saying they don't like the way it feels. I think it feels very close to the 2000s. I mean, again, I don't know how many people out there still have a pair of 2000s to compare them to, or even 96s. It might be a few people out there that have them. Again, this shoe here, a lot of people are saying, a lot of people don't like it. I have a buddy of mine that says, oh, I'm not going to get the shoe because it doesn't have the 23 in the back. He's got to remember, when Jordan came back, the big I'm back, and he played in the 96 or 95 playoffs against the Orlando Magic, he debuted this shoe with the 45 because he was still wearing the 45. Jordan, that was game one. In game two, Jordan changed his jersey to 23 after Nick Anderson made a comment about 45 is not 23. When Jordan actually had the ball stolen from behind by Nick Anderson, and the Orlando Magic won game one. So Jordan, the next time come around, came back with number 23, of course, was fined by the league for changing the jersey without advising anybody, and of course for wearing the shoe with the high patent glossy leather, and scored about 38 points, I believe, on the Magic with this shoe. Again, with the 45 in the back. The 23, he debuted the 96 season when they won the championship again. That's when they started playing that season. He had a 23 in the back. But other than that, I mean, this shoe, to me, is really good made. I mean, it's made pretty good. The actual... The materials are really good. The leather feels good to me. It doesn't feel really cheap like on some of the other ones that have come out in the past. I've gone to the store, looked at them, and when you feel them, you just feel them. They're not cheap. Now, of course, the patent leather is not as thick as it used to be. You could tell, I'm not sure if you guys could see, but you could see how thick the patent leather was back in 2000 even. The ones between the 2000 and now were not even real leather. The DMP pack was not real leather. The ones in 2011 or whatever the year the other ones came out was not real leather. It was all fake. This is going back to the real patent leather, the real feel of the actual shoe. Pretty much the closest thing you're gonna get to the original 90 Jordan 11 Concord. And again, these are player edition Jordans. This one Jordan also wore in the All-Star game, or actually, no, I'm sorry, not in the All-Star game, but I'm talking about the Space Jam movie. When he filmed the Space Jam movie, he had this Jordan on there with the 45 on there. So these are some of the shoes that he wore originally that were before they released the actual shoe in the 96 season with the 23 in the back. So, I mean, this is going back to the shoe. I mean, it's just unbelievably made. All right, so like I said, pretty much the shoe is actually pretty well built. And for all the people, putting these babies away here, because for all the people that say that, the 45 is not original, you're not getting the 40 ones with the 45 because it's not original. The true story about the 45 is the fact that when Jordan debuted the shoe, like I said earlier, in the Orlando Magic series, it had a 45 because he was wearing the 45. Now, game one, he had this shoe on, wore the 45. He still had the jersey 45. Game two, Nick Anderson made a comment about 45 not being 23. Jordan came back with the 23 jersey, got fined by the league, and still was wearing this. Game three, I believe that Penny Hardaway wanted a pair of these shoes. I guess Penny Hardaway's comments is like he saw the shoes, he was in love with the shoes, he asked Jordan for the shoes. I believe at some point Penny did get the shoes as well, and Jordan ended up wearing on game three. He asked Nike as a tribute or as a respect to Penny Hardaway. He asked Nike to give him the Nike flights that Penny Hardaway wears. So if you go to a game three, Jordan's actually wearing a pair of Air Nike flights, which is a penny with the number 1 supposedly cut off on the tongue. Now, I cannot find a picture or a video. I will put a picture of Jordan wearing the flights, but I cannot see where the tongue is cut, where he cut the 1 cent sign off of her. Game 4 is where Jordan debuted this. Ahmad Rashad had a commentary at the beginning of the game talking about the jersey switch and how Jordan had supposedly hurt his wrist, which he didn't. It was Jordan, according to Jordan, he actually sprained 2 of his fingers, and that's why the whole issue was with that. But Game 4, Jordan debuted this shoe with the 45 on it as well. So back to, if you were going to talk OG 11s, these are the 2 OG 11s that came out in the 95 playoffs against the Orlando Magic, is what Jordan actually sported on these. And then, of course, Nick Anderson stole the ball from Michael Game 1 while he was wearing this shoe. So that's a little bit of history on that. And then these being the originals, of course, yes, we know that these Jordans came out in 96. They had the 23, and everybody knows about that, 8 and 23. But the original shoe, even in the Space Jam movie, when Jordan wears the Space Jam shoe, it has the 45 on the back of it, not the 23. So that's a little bit of history on that. So these were the original shoes. These are the PE, which is the player edition shoes that Air Jordan or Michael Jordan actually wore. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope actually I taught you guys a little bit of something. I know some of the younger generation might not know of what everything that I just spoke of about what Jordan actually wore in the game. Yes, these were the original ones with the 45. No, of course, it's not the original shoe that, but it's the closest thing you're going to get. The Jordan is going the right way like it should. You got the actual 45 in the back that debuted when Jordan was wearing the 45. These are the actual shoes. And of course, this is the Jordan 11 Concord, original Jordan worn, or original game worn Jordan by him. And that's pretty much it. That's the whole story. That's why I was so hyped in getting these as well. I mean, I'm pretty hyped to getting any 11, but that's the reason these were so hyped this year as well. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I taught you guys something about the Jordan, if anything. And again, if you got your hands on them, good. If not, try to get them. It's probably gonna be a shoe I don't wear. You will not see this on this shoe because I won't wear it. It might turn that way because of just age, but I will not wear it. Same thing with these. I have not even worn these. You can tell that bottom there, even though it's kind of starting to yellow out, but that's with time. A year on these shoes and I have not worn them yet. So thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to my channel. Again, I'll be doing more videos on different stuff, shoes, Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching it. If you guys enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment below, and then I'll see you guys next time. Take care.